Yeah, so my name is Blair Hosie, Vice President and co-owner here at Rush Autoworks. I had the pleasure of being the development driver for the Rush SR and the whole brand, right? So we're super excited to announce the SRX, our next model up from what our bread and butter is, the Rush SR, right? So I'll give you a quick elevator pitch walk around of what this thing is and why it should be for you, right? So our SR truly was developed to bring grassroots motorsport back to what it used to be, right? You know, super high performance, amazing spec racing for a super cheap cost, right? So some of you guys have seen what we've done with the SR. We use a bike motor to Suzuki GSX-S 1000 in a full purpose built from the ground up race car. Makes about 147 horsepower, weighs about 1,100 pounds. We've been in business for about 4 years now, and we've had some amazing racing all of last year with Grid Life, with NASA, with SCCA, you know, you name it, we're there. The racing's been awesome. But it was time for a step up, right? So for those insane track enthusiasts, pro drivers, pro teams that are ready for that next step up, for faster racing, more, you know, technology in the race car, this is the perfect platform for you, right? So about 80% the same as the Rush SR, but I'll talk through a few key differences. So we've widened out the car in general. So wider wheels, full slicks compared to, on the SR we run the Nankang AR1 100 treadwear tire. On the SR we run a 185 205. This car runs the Nankang SL1, full racing slick. We got a 200 and a 240 on the rear. So way more rubber. Walk you over to the front. Got way more aero on this car. So you can see on the front, we have our dive planes, our gurneys. You have under air through the front splitter, sucking the front of the car down to the racetrack. On the rear, we have a dual element rear wing compared to the SR, which is a single element. The rear wing has DRS. So in our series, you can use DRS anywhere. No activation zones, no 1 second gap like Formula One. As fast as possible down the straightaway, things are gonna be flying. Onto the car itself. Most of the components all the same, but you know, obviously you're going faster, making more power. We beefed up the car in general. This car has our Trident roll bar, so helping with safety. We're all about keeping our driver safe. This car has a full PDM system built by AIM Sportline. We run AIM sensors, AIM dashes, so you're getting all the data telemetry you can ever ask for out of this race car. Steering wheel, full button box, very LMP style. You know, you have your DRS buttons. You know, this is all built as a single seat from the ground up, low weight, high horsepower race car. On to the fun stuff, the motor. We're using the same motor. It's a Suzuki GSX-S 1000 still. Fully built internals, you know, pistons, rods, valves, injectors. This thing's designed to make power. We're running a 25 mil Garrett's turbo on it. The Rush SR makes about 147 horsepower at 1,100 pounds. This car on base is making 250 horsepower at 1,200 pounds. In our race series, depending on the track, we'll change the allocation of time. Shorter tracks will have less time, longer tracks will have more time. Cars will have push to pass. So you'll get an additional 35 horsepower, bringing it up to 285 horsepower with DRS, with more grip, with more aero. We're gonna see some epic racing in Grid Life this year. We cannot wait. We've got amazing drivers all across the country that are gonna put on an absolute show this year.
Awesome. Thank you for your time.
Of course, brother. Of course.